Gentleman from Alexandria, Mr. Moran.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Point of personal privilege.
Gentleman may proceed.
As much as I don't envy having to follow the gentleman from Henry, he spoke to the issue with respect to shooting the messenger. I'd like to just speak to a little bit of the content of that message. Having just quickly reviewed some of the conclusions that the JLARC study made with respect to what I believe to be a very substantial methodology change with respect to how we fund education here in the Commonwealth. The conclusions are certainly ripe for debate in this floor, and I appreciate the gentleman from Colonial Heights and, of course, the gentleman we've been hearing from frequently on this issue, the gentleman from Newport News. But the conclusion of the JLARC, which, as the gentleman from Henry said, has enjoyed a objective standard from every member of this House. We look forward to their we look to their recommendations without partisan leanings. But their conclusions, I think every member of this House should read with some appreciation and concern. I mean, what we're doing is ignoring the true cost of education here in the Commonwealth. And I keep hearing methodology. What does methodology mean? Well, I'm reminded of the old Three Stooges skit when there's dialogue between Larry and, I believe, Larry and Curly. It goes back a few years now. But they asked, I think it's Larry that says, what does apprehension mean? Curly responds, it means scared with a college education. Well, methodology means less with a college education, friends. Regardless of how we spend methodology, the monosyllabic word means less for public education in the Commonwealth. If we ignore what our localities pay to attract and retain our teachers, we are not meeting the actual demands for educating our children in the Commonwealth. Regardless of how we spend this, how well the rhetoric from the other side and oratorical skills from my friend from Newport News, we are providing less. And in the out years, we've heard from the gentle lady from Fairfax that this could amount to substantial revenue. We are talking hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, I represent a district, as many of you do, where to retain teachers, we must pay them a competitive salary, particularly those in Northern Virginia where we abut Montgomery County, which is a fairly affluent county in Maryland and pays its teachers more. To keep our teachers in Alexandria and in Fairfax County, the locality must supplement those salaries. If we ignore what it truly costs to keep those teachers, we are ignoring the true cost of education. Now, SOQ funding, as I understand it, we are supposed to look at what the actual costs are, and they include teacher salaries. We have had Attorney General's opinions, which is what the JLARC study concludes. Prior Attorney General's opinions have indicated the General Assembly can change the methods it uses to estimate SOQ costs. However, cost estimates cannot be arbitrary and cannot lack a reasonable relationship to the actual expense prevailing in the Commonwealth. My friends, the prevailing expense includes what it costs to keep a teacher in our classrooms. So we can call it what you like, methodology, but friends, it is a significant reduction in aid to localities to provide education for our children. And I know we're all concerned about educating our kids, but let's not abdicate our responsibilities of members of this General Assembly to provide for that education, because what we're doing, if we abdicate and ignore the true cost, we're just saddling our localities with the cost of educating our kids. And when we do that, they have to raise local property taxes. Now, I know my friends from the other side of the aisle do not want to be accused of raising local property taxes. But that's what we do when we accept and adopt this methodology that ignores the true cost of education. My friends, let's hope this does not come back to us in conference. Let's hope our colleagues on the other end of the aisle have the opportunity to review this and deliberate with JLARC's participation, and we put this to bed and come back next year and truly fund the true cost of educating our youth. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.